Local Pennsylvania law enforcement are furious at the Secret Service, and they are lashing out over the accusations that they were responsible for security failures that allowed bad gunmen to try to assassinate Donald Trump. And they are speaking out tonight, and they are warning that this could happen again. And Danny Freeman has the interview that you'll see first out front.
It's extremely misleading to the American people when, it makes our guys look incompetent.
Tonight, local law enforcement from Western Pennsylvania pushing back hard against the U.S. Secret Service, who blame them for not stopping a gunman from shooting Trump.
We assumed that the state and locals had it. We made an assumption that there was going to be uniformed presence out there, that there would be sufficient eyes to cover that there was going to be counter sniper teams in the AGR building, and I can assure you that we're not going to make that mistake again.
Detective Pat Young leads the Beaver County Emergency Services Unit, which had a sniper in the AGR building on July 13th.
The acting Secret Service director essentially said, we assumed that the local guys on the ground had control of this situation, and we're not going to make that mistake again. What do you hear when you hear that comment?
I hear that the acting Secret Service director has no faith in local law enforcement, and we have always considered ourselves partners in the mission of the Secret Service. However, that statement really hurts those relationships.
Detective Young and Beaver County District Attorney Nate Bible emphatic that their men followed Secret Service orders.
So to me, you're talking about a building that was 150 yards away with a clear line of sight to the stage. And for you to just say, well, the local guys have it, everything that was done there by any of the local guys was done at the direction of the Secret Service.
The point of view.
The two local law enforcement leaders specifically took offense when acting director of the Secret Service, Ronald Rowe, suggested all the local snipers had to do was look out the window.
I'm not saying that they should have neutralized him, but if they'd have just held their post and looked left, maybe. And there's a lot of maybes there, Senator.
A lot of maybes, but...
What's your reaction to that? Should one of your snipers look left? Was it that simple?
It was absolutely not that simple. And the first thing that comes to mind is that we have not had any contact with Secret Service since the last election cycle. The acting director to say that this is where our guys were and this is what they seen is a misrepresentation to the American people. We were never asked what we seen or where we were from Secret Service.
Detective Young and DA Bible says this image presented by the Secret Service to Congress is misleading. They say it reflects an angle their snipers did not have, and that their sniper was here at the far end of the AGR building looking straight out towards the crowd.
Their views in no way could have seen crooks without pushing their heads outside the window and looking back. The videos and the exhibits presented to Congress are purely wrong.
Now the concern is looking forward as President Trump announced he's planning another rally in Butler County.
Can you confidently say that something like this will not happen again if that happens?
I cannot say that. At this point, me along with I'm sure the majority of the American people have many questions as to what and how the Secret Service does their job. For everything that they say that they did wrong, there's a but, and that but is usually assigning blame to the local law enforcement or state police.
Aaron, now I will say these men say, of course, they will help out with any other rallies if they are asked, but they did acknowledge that the confidence and trust they have with that working relationship with Secret Service, it definitely has been fractured. Last thing I'll note, Aaron, the Secret Service declined to comment for our story this evening.